This is not a signal that he's looking to take over. However, all right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to talk to you about Twitter, stock ticker TWTR. You probably already know today's news. Elon Musk has bought a major share of Twitter. I want to get into it and see what that means for the stock and the company. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And of course, everybody, please smash the like button and feel free to drop a comment below. Let's talk about Twitter. So we're about an hour and a half into the trading day on Monday, April 4th. Twitter is now up over 25% on the day, which is a monster move. Mainly due to the fact that Elon Musk filed with the SEC that he has purchased 9.2% of the outstanding shares in Twitter. So there has been a massive reaction to that this morning. As you can see, the stock right now is at $49.29. It's up $10 on the day. It's up 25% on the day. The trading volume is 118 million, and we're only an hour and a half into the trading day, and the average volume is 20 million a day. So they're on pace to probably do 10 or 15 times the average volume by the end of the day today, and this is a massive move up. It's one of the biggest up days Twitter's ever had in its history. I want to just look at a few articles to talk about what happened. This is Yahoo Finance. Elon Musk just took a 9.2% stake in Twitter. What may happen next? The disclosure comes about 2 weeks after Musk, a longtime tweeter-in-chief, questioned the speech practices of Twitter. He floated the idea of creating his own social media platform that could perhaps rival his friend Jack Dorsey's. So here's the tweet from Elon Musk on March 26th. Given that Twitter serves as the de facto public town square, failing to adhere to free speech principles fundamentally undermines democracy. What should be done? So that is what he tweeted, and apparently this is what he's doing about it. So he's taken a 9.2% interest. I'm going to go to another article that explains this a little more deeply. Twitter stock rockets towards biggest gain in 6 years after Elon Musk takes stake valued at about $3.5 billion. So Musk discloses ownership of 9.2% of Twitter's outstanding shares. Shares of Twitter rocketed towards the biggest gain in nearly 6 years after it was disclosed that Elon Musk had acquired a large stake in the social media company. So it's up over 25% right now, putting on track for the highest close since mid-November. So that's about 6 months ago now. So it's up 25%, putting it on track for its highest close since mid-November, which was over 5 months ago. It's also on course for the biggest one-day gain since it ran up 21.4% on September 23rd, 2016. It's now actually ahead of that because it's up 25% on the day. So it will even beat that if it can close where it's at right now. We'll see. Trading volume ballooned. As of the time of this article, it was 64 million. It's now double that. They're on track to do somewhere between 10 and 15 times their average daily volume. So massive volume day. In a scheduled 13G filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which implies a passive stake, Tesla founder Musk has acquired 73.49 million shares of Twitter, or 9.2% of the shares outstanding. As of Friday's closing price, Musk's stake would be worth $2.89 billion. Currently, the stake would be worth $3.47 billion. So he's already made $500 million on this today. So this is an important piece of the puzzle to remember. He's likely to be up somewhere between $500 million and $1 billion on this trade in an extremely short period of time. He's registered this on a 13G, which means he intends to take a passive interest for now in the company. So this is not a signal that he's looking to take over. However, he did put a tweet out, seemed to indicate he had some interest in making some policy changes over at Twitter. Okay, so if we just go back and look at Twitter's 52-week range, you'll see that it had a low of $31.30. It was trading not too far off of its lows as of Friday at somewhere around $39. It had a high of $73. This spiked last year to an all-time high. So Twitter spiked in 2021, about doubling to a new all-time high. And that's when it was up around $73, somewhere in the middle of the year. It pulled way back, all the way back down to $31, which is close to where it's been trading over the several years prior to that. So if we go to the chart, this is the Twitter chart on the one-day time frame. So each one of these candles represents 1 day. So you're going to see a gigantic leap. We were down here on Friday, and we're up here today. Twitter hit its 52-week low on February 24th, so that was about 5 or 6 weeks ago. Since then, including today's big day, Twitter is up 57% in just over 1 month. And you can see it has not closed at this level since I need to go back to November 18th of last year is the last time Twitter has closed at this price or higher. Prior to that, you can see Twitter took a big downward trend. They went sideways for a little while and they were on a slow, steady recovery. Today, they've gone ballistic. So the question for me is, do I want to chase a stock that's up 25% on the day today and it's up 57% over the last basically 5 weeks? And to answer that, I have to ask myself, does this change what's happening at Twitter? Does this change their trajectory? Because right now they are trading on a massively high multiple. Even though they are still way off of their highs for the year, their forward PE ratio is still in between 60 and 70. So that's a very high number in my opinion. You know, this is a company that has nice growth. They're projecting about 20% compound annual growth rate for the next few years. So that's a healthy growth stock. But is it overvalued at a 60 or 70 forward PE is my question. There's a reason this stock pulled back. They talked themselves about some headwinds that they have ahead. And while they do expect to grow and increase profitability, to me, this is a very big jump in a very small period of time. Obviously, this is not financial advice. You have to do your own due diligence and decide, what does this mean for the company? Does this change their trajectory? Because this move is massive. And is Elon Musk even going to stay in this stock? He's already made, in less than 1 day, $500 million on this trade. So I assume he's not going to dump this stock, today or anything like that. We don't know what this investment is, what type of commitment this is to Twitter and what it means to the future of Twitter. So with all that uncertainty and such a massive run up, for me, I am steering clear of Twitter. I would rather see if this pulls back and there's a buying opportunity, and I'm still not sure I would even buy it at that point. For me, there's too many other stocks ahead of this on my watch list that I think represent a lot better value. So obviously you need to make that decision for yourself. If you think that Elon Musk is going to come in a bigger way and make a change, I mean, Elon Musk is a difference maker. There's no question about it. So if he gets active in this company, it could change the trajectory significantly. But that feels like more of a lottery ticket to me than it does a realistic prediction of the future. So you may feel differently. This one's a tough one, but it's clearly the story of the day. This is a monster move up in a very high profile stock. In a very high profile stock from a very high profile investor, probably the most high profile that there is right now in Elon Musk. So please dig into this one, do your own due diligence, just don't follow the mob. If you want to buy this because you think it's a good buy, then, by all means, please do so. But please make sure you've done your due diligence ahead of time and make your own decision on whether or not you think that this stock is a good buy. So again, to summarize, I'm staying away from this one, but you guys feel free to do your own due diligence and make your own decision. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit the notification bell. And again, please smash the like button for us. So that's all I've got on Twitter for today. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.